you and Denzel are getting your hands on a lot more footballs this spring. Is there something to that, or do you feel that too? Do you feel like you guys are making a lot of progress, you and Denzel, at the first 2 quarters?
I'll say that's more of an emphasis on the coaches. They really, our big deal is +2 in training. You know, I really needed to work on that in the past, and I've been trying to work on that. So we're touching a lot more footballs and stuff like that because of our coaches.
How difficult was it for you last August when you were, like I said, supposed to be one of those breakout guys?
Yeah.
You had pretty high expectations for yourself, I'd imagine. Injury set you back so much. How difficult was that for you, and do you feel like you've rebounded pretty nicely?
Yeah, I feel like it was difficult, but it was really an eye-opening thing because maybe I needed to learn on stuff, like really learn how to take care of my body and stuff like that. So me being injured really made me learn to grow.
What's it mean now for you to be running with the Buckeyes?
It means really doesn't mean anything right now. It's just competing and cheering on the guys and just having fun with my boys out there. So I mean, depth chart, I don't really want to harp on that or anything like that, but you know, I just want to compete.
When you're missing as much practice time as you did game time as you did last year, what are you able to kind of keep up on, and where do you feel like maybe you're falling behind from missing those reps? Like where is your game able to kind of keep progressing, and where do you kind of feel like you sort of stall out while you're playing?
Maybe from probably not getting the reps and game speed, maybe missing some checks because I haven't been out there in so long. You know, I've been in the meeting room, so probably the game speed. But now me being back and playing a couple of games last year, maybe kind of matured, and I feel like I've matured a lot this year.
And now you get a chance to work against some pretty darn good wide receivers this spring. What does that allow you to really improve in your facing guys like that in practice?
Really, you got a technique, and sometimes because they're so good, you can't even. Your technique's not going to be flawless. Maybe you have to beat them by out-efforting them or finishing harder than them. So that's what we're learning right now, going against those guys over there. You know, they make us better each and every day. So,
do you feel like you have a better grasp of the defense this year now that it's sort of year 2?
Yeah, for sure. I can know why we run different types of defenses, and for instance, like down and distance, why we run those plays. So definitely.
Did not being able to play as much as you wanted to last year help you better grasp that mental side? Taking those mental reps, does that help that your understanding you're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. You know, maybe getting mental reps in the back. You know, pros, they do that all the time. So really trying to operate, maybe not having those game reps, but on the mental side, I feel like I prepared for this year. So.
It seemed like at this time last year, you were really making a move and impressing the coaching staff. Everyone was really excited about that. Obviously, it got derailed, but do you feel like you're back to that player that was kind of out here doing that stuff last year?
For sure.
I guess a fully healthy 100% Jordan Hancock, what does he bring to the defense?
I feel like I bring competitive spirit. I know the defense in and out, so it's just kind of a veteran guy now that knows the defense in and out. So.
Is it weird to be a veteran guy now?
Yeah, it feels like I just got here. It hasn't even been 2 years. I'm a veteran guy now. So.
Jordan, what maybe didn't you get to show last year just because you were sidelined so often? We heard a lot about you coming into the season last year was supposed to.
Probably my explosiveness. You know, last year I couldn't want to maybe explode out like I wanted to because of my hamstring. But now having a full offseason, being with Coach Mick, Coach Walt teaching us a lot of stuff in the game, and maybe probably my explosiveness. And I feel like I can change the game.
Did you ever really get right last year, or did the season just needed to end and you get a moment to?
That's kind of like a hard answer. I really don't know how to probably say about that.
When you're getting ready to compete for a job this offseason, coaching staff brings in a guy who played in the SEC last year. What's your kind of mental approach to that? Do you take it as a challenge? Do you look at it as, did I do something? You know, like how do you view a guy coming in from the transfer portal like that?
I want to be the best in America. I want this whole unit to be the best in America. That's what we stand on. So bringing in Davidson, he's a great kid. He's really good. So bringing him in really boosts all of us, and he pushes all of us. So I feel like that was a great change for us to bring him in. And yeah.
What's he like as a teammate?
he's a good teammate. Maybe we mess up on our technique, he'll bring us in like, oh, you messed up on this and why we did that and stuff like that. So he pushes us. He's a great teammate. I'm happy he's here.
Are you playing heavier right now than you did last fall?
Last fall, nah, I'm still around 190. So.
Is that where Coach Mick wants you? And how have you felt your body change? Not only since you got here, but since the injury and sitting out for so long. How have you felt your body change?
You know, it was hard adjusting because, you know, last year I put on weight and my injury on top of that. Maybe it could be harder, but Coach Mick, just tapping in with him the whole offseason made us faster and more explosive. So thank you, Coach Mick, for that.
What does a Mamba mentality mean to you, and why is it important?
Kobe, you know, that's what he harps on, just trying to be the best version of yourself. That's kind of what it is. And every day you try to chop wood and carry water every day. So that's why I got this.
What does it bring to a room when you have a guy come in who's played at another school and has that experience and maybe playing in a different system?
Yeah, you know, it could be hard for him to learn the defense, but he's definitely adapted to our defense like way quicker than anybody thought he would. And I'm just happy he's in our room. You know, we learn from him, he learns from us, so he just makes us better.
You came in with Denzel. Like, what did you see from Denzel last year, and how have you maybe seen him improve this offseason?
Attention to detail for sure. Competing way harder than usual. You know, he's in here at 5 a.m. watching film like before anybody is here. So that's what kind of separates him and makes him a great player.
Have you seen like a difference in him in that, like taking his work up to a different level this year?
For sure, yeah. He's definitely moving like a pro. Maybe he didn't do that last year, but I feel like he kind of did last year, but he's taking it to a whole different level this year, and I feel like he's going to go back on the map this year. So.
All right, I think good. Thank you, Jordan.